Build it, make it, play it.
Hello, welcome to Build It, Make It, Play It. This is Emma's House Gets Extended, Part 3. I can't believe there's a Part 3 and there's more parts to come as well. If you haven't checked out Parts 1 and 2, head on back, check them out and then come back and watch Part 3. So my channel has been super busy recently with comments and also suggestions. I am loving your suggestions. Please do keep them rolling in. And actually in this video I have added one of your suggestions into the build. So what can you expect from part 3? Well, Emma's new family need a nice big family living area. So I'm going to be giving them a family lounge area, and I'm also going to be making them a revamped bigger kitchen diner. Yes, this house is getting bigger. So yes, more videos to come. So if you haven't subscribed already, click on that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on, and then you'll be first to hear when I have new videos online. So as you can see from part 2, we have Sophie's baby nursery and Henry's space-themed toddler bedroom. So you may have noticed there might be a few imposters in my house now. Yes, my daughter has crept into my building room and has decided to add some little touches of her own. So she's aware that the purple bedroom is going to be Emma's bedroom, and she's added one of her cat toys in there. This is probably her version of little Chico. Oh, and look, could this be my missing Amelie the interior designer? So I think she might have been kidnapped by my daughter, pulled apart, and she's been kind of rebuilt, different outfit and slightly different face, but yeah, she's almost there, Oh, knock knock, who's that at the door? Oh look, there seems to be an elephant trying to get into Emma's extended house. So yeah, welcome to my world, guys. This is what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Lots of weird and wonderful additions to my builds. Anyway, on with the renovations. Let's start by taking this house apart again. So we get down to the bare bones of that lounge and kitchen area, and also the hallway area as well. Off comes that balcony in the bathroom. And we also need to really carefully take off Sophie's baby nursery and Henry's toddler bedroom without destroying anything. There we go, archway back on again. Let me just quickly reattach all of those pink bricks that are on the bottom of Henry and Sophie's bedrooms. Into the kitchen, let's remove that dining room table because I have plans to make a brand new dining room table. And we don't need this kitchen unit. Bye bye, old kitchen. And whilst we're in the process of ripping everything out, let's get rid of this old living room furniture because they're going to have a brand new lounge in a minute. So whilst I'm working on the downstairs area, I want to try and create some better foundations for extending out the bathroom upstairs. So what I'm going to do is to take out this window panel, and I'm going to be putting in 2 windows side by side. So what I want to do is to create a much bigger, stronger foundation for both the windows to sit on. Just going to hold together both of those windows with a purple and white brick. And there we go, we have 2 windows to brighten up our entrance hallway. And that's going to give a little bit more strength to the upstairs that's going to be extended. The house gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Right, we're on to revamping the kitchen. So Robert is a bit of a good cook. So I think we need to make them a really nice kitchen area so that Robert can whip up some culinary delights. One of the original features of Emma's house is this wonderful opening fridge, and I really want to keep this if I can. So I need to be mindful that when I create a kitchen, it doesn't go all the way up into this corner so that I can actually get the door open. Right, let's get building this kitchen. I'm starting off by piecing together a load of white bricks so that I can create the basis for my kitchen units, and I'm starting the kitchen off with this wonderful blue opening cabinet, and this is going to form the basis of our oven. Popping on some grey circular tiles for the hob, and I'm adding this stud brick in so that we can hold some pots and pans. Building up the back of that oven. Oops, I need another brick on there, and popping on an angled stud brick. Adding on a grey grill brick for an extractor fan. So I found these really nice dials I thought were perfect for the oven. Yes, I'm aware one of them might be a speedo from a car, but hey, this is Lego. You can use your imagination, can't you? So I'm using the blue cabinets that came out of the DC Superhero Girls Superhero High School, and I love this colour, and I thought it was absolutely perfect for making a nice zingy blue kitchen for Emma's family. Next, I'm just building up the foundations for our sink area and also adding on the foundations to make an L-shaped kitchen. In go some matching blue bricks for the front and the side of the sink, and building up the back of that sink area. And I'm adding in these transparent blue bricks to create the impression of water running into the sink. Next, I'm adding on some white angled bricks to create a butler sink. And we need to build up the back of these cabinets and the sink area. On goes our second blue cabinet for our L-shaped kitchen and building out the wall line around the side of the sink. I have a tricky little gap here, so I need to fill this up with a load of 1 stud bricks. And smoothing off the side of the sink with a little blue tile. The back of the cabinets and the sink is going to get a really nice blue transparent splashback. On goes a grey tap, and I guess this could be a washing up liquid bottle or a hand soap bottle. Popping on a blue jumper brick and a blue tile, and this lovely silver grill which is going to be a draining board. Oh, we're adding accessories now. On goes a frying pan. Oh, I've just noticed that my blue splashback is a little bit too low, so I need to bump the height of that up a bit. So I want to create a little metro tiled area by the sink, and I'm going to do it by creating a kind of brick wall pattern out of stud bricks. So I'm adding on these 2x1 and 1x1 stud bricks and adding on white tiles to them. So in my ginormous box of secondhand Lego that I picked up recently, I found a little microwave cabinet, so I'm going to add that into the kitchen. Popping on a long 2x6 brick and adding on 2 blue cabinets to finish off the kitchen. It looks like Robert might be whipping something up already, so we've got a bowl and a whisk all ready for him to start cooking. And it looks like he's going to be cooking some eggs for the family. Right, let's bring this ground floor back in, and we're just going to put the kitchen in place just to check on that fridge area. And yes, as you can see, it's a little bit too close to that fridge door. The problem is we have this extended white wall over on the right hand side, so that needs to come out. So yes, I'm going to be ripping more of this house out. So one of my viewers suggested a different way to build a room, and literally just to create the details and build the room around it. And I can completely and utterly see sense in that way of building. And this is the way that LEV Toys also builds her rooms. So the next time I'm going to do things ever so slightly differently, and I'm going to create the details and build the room around it. And that will save me having to pull this house apart again and again and again. Okay, let's get this kitchen in place, and yes, it's 1 stud over now, and topping it off with a white brick, popping the archway back in, and I want to tie the archway to the kitchen wall now, and I'm going to do that with a big long pink brick. So yeah, you can kind of get the door open, you can certainly put things in and take things out, and whilst it's not perfect, I'm pretty happy with that. Yes, this house is going to get bigger and bigger. I'm going to extend out the floor downstairs because I have plans to give them a nice big family dining table, and I don't want it to get in the way of the kitchen. And one way that I want to connect these cream base plates together is with a plant pot of all things. So I'm going to be building out a house plant. On top of this white cylindrical brick, I'm just going to add in a brown circular brick just to create some soil. And I'm going to build up the height of this house plant with 3 of these palm pieces, and then I'm going to top it off with some leaf detailing. There we go, 1 house plant. And I'm going to secure it in place by that pillar, and that should hold 2 of those cream base plates together. I'm just going to add on a little cream tile just to hold these base plates together for now. Moving on to our lounge area, and I'm going to extend out the floor here as well, and I'm going to hold these base plates together in exactly the same way as on the other side, and I'm going to create a matching houseplant to hold those base plates together. Okay, onto the dining room table, and I'm using a base plate that's exactly the same blue as the kitchen, turning it over and just popping in some white arches for the legs. Super simple. And adding on some circular white jumper bricks for placemats. Let's finish this table off with a teapot and some cups. So I wanted to get rid of those wibbly wobbly chairs, and I want to create some really nice big long benches to go around this new table. So starting off with a long white brick, and I'm topping it off with this blue tile and then these angled blue bricks to create the backs to the bench. And I need to create a bench for the other side of the table, and this one is going to be Henry friendly. It's going to have a jumper brick on there so that we can pop Henry on and he won't wibble and wobble and fall over all the time. Yes, I have to admit I ran out of small blue tiles, so I'm using these angled ones the same colour. And yeah, you could use your imagination and just say that it holds Henry in place when he's sat on the bench. Let's bring in Emma as well. She looks nice and comfortable there. So I did a bit of experimenting with individual chairs as well, and I want to pop it onto the end of the table just in case the family have any guests over for dinner and we can accommodate them as well. And they sit in there really, really nicely without the threat of falling over on those wibbly wobbly chairs. Popping that new dining room table and benches onto that extended cream base plate. And you can see there's so much space around that kitchen area and dining room table so you can get your mini dolls in and out properly. And popping on that extra chair just in case they have a guest over for dinner. In comes Robert to test out his new kitchen. And June's going to check out the new dining room table. Next, we're on to the lounge area. And yes, I'm going to start off by pulling out some walls because I have plans to build some furniture into this space over here. So we need to get rid of these purple pillars. Let's remove that archway and also June and Robert as well because there's going to be some construction work going on. And I'm pulling apart that purple wall. Oh, I need that purple brick. Pop that back in place. So in this space, I'm going to create a built-in TV cabinet. And in order to keep the ceiling space to hold up Sophie's bedroom, I need to build up the back of this cabinet with some white pillars. Just popping in a white brick and popping that purple brick on top again. Oh, can you see there's a bit of inconsistent colour going on between the living room and the kitchen, so I'm going to have to take out that purple brick and swap it over with the white brick. But we don't want to have a flash of white at the front of the house, so I'm adding in this one stud purple brick. Next, I'm building out the front of the TV cabinet, and I'm going to create some more of those fake drawer units and popping on a lime green circular tile for a drawer handle. And off camera, because it's far too fiddly, I've created a little Blu-ray player, or maybe it's a TiVo recording box, popping in Emma's old TV because it's absolutely fine and I want to keep some of the original features of the house in here as well. In comes the archway and oh no, we've got some inconsistent colouring going on again. So yeah, that purple brick needs to go and it's going to be replaced with a white one. That looks so much better. And I'm going to tie the archway into the living room wall so it's less wobbly. So the wall on the other side of the lounge was actually built with another fridge in mind because this is another Emma's house after all. It's taking up valuable space so it needs to go, so out it all comes. And I'm going to replace this white 3x1 with a 2x1. And that 2x6 brick, that gets replaced with a 1x6 brick. And on goes that purple wall panel again. On goes Emma's bedroom door. And I'm just going to build out the bottom of the wall just to accommodate that extended base plate and hold everything together. On go those purple wall pillars and all of those purple bricks, and yes, I've got some longer purple bricks now, woohoo! Topping it all off with those white and pink bricks. So in this newly found space, I want to create a little cabinet. Grabbing a 2x4 and building up the walls on either side, pop on a door panel, and top it off with another 2x4. On go a couple of white jumper bricks and a white tile, and I'm taking a little bit of a build cue from the latest shopping mall set and I'm making a vase of flowers. So I have created this hinged photo frame and I have stuck one of my custom stickers onto a white tile and it's a family portrait of Emma and her new family. And I just wanted to show you, you do not have to be a designer to create these custom stickers. Grab your camera, print it out onto a little sticky piece of vinyl and pop it on a tile and hey presto, you have made your own custom sticker. Right, let's stick that into place. There we go. We need a new sofa in this lounge area and it's going to go right here. So here is Emma's original sofa and as you can see you could probably just about fit 2 mini dolls on there. Now Emma's got this new extended family. I think they need some more space on their sofa, so let's make them a bigger one. So I'm starting off with the back of the sofa and building it up with these long lime green bricks. So I want this to be a curvy retro sofa. So I'm building up the back with these lovely curved lime green bricks. And yes, it's going to be an L-shaped sofa, so this is going to be the basis of our sofa return. Just building up the bottom of the sofa there just to make it a little bit more even. And adding on some curved bricks and a tile to make the end of our sofa return. Oops, I'm trying to put this L plate on, but I think I might need to support it from the bottom a little bit more at the moment. In goes the bottom of our main sofa cushion area. And I think I need to build out the arm on the other side so it's a little bit less wonky. And let's clip these plates together with another 2x1, finishing off that nice curvy armrest with that curved brick. And I need to add a stud onto the bottom of that arm just to even it up a bit. So I have these two great big long lime green tiles to make the sofa cushions. And of course we need to have a matching armrest for the other side of the sofa. And popping in another lime green stud just to even that up. There we go, a bigger lime green retro sofa. But I think we might need some cushions to add a bit more interest to it. Grabbing a teal circular brick, and I have raided my dots collection and I've grabbed a load of teal and light green tiles. And I'm going to pop them on in an alternating fashion so that I create a bit of a pattern. There we go, one round cushion, super simple, and here's one I made earlier. I want to create a footrest as well, so I'm grabbing this lime green cylindrical brick and adding on the tiles in exactly the same way as I built up those cushions. You know those great big circular comfy swivelly chairs? I absolutely love them, so I want to create one for Emma's lounge. So I'm just building up this white cylindrical brick with a load of dots tiles, and I'm adding on these teal curved bricks and topping them off with some lime green curved tiles, and using exactly the same lime green curved tiles to finish off the front of the chair. Now you could use a number of different things to get this chair to swivel around, but I'm just using this pivoting plate here and sticking it onto the bottom of that white cylindrical brick. Right, let's bring in all of our sofa elements so you can see them side by side. Let's bring in Emma's original sofa, and you can see the family have got far more space to sit down in their lounge now. I think we need to get this all in place now. Just for now, I'm going to put the swivelly chair just here. And look, that spins around really nicely. And in goes that L-shaped sofa in front of the TV unit. And we can't forget the footrest, let's pop that in place there. I think we need some characters to test out this new sofa. Let's bring in Emma and June. Yeah, they look pretty comfortable there. And of course Henry wants to try out the new swivelly chair. Goodbye family, we'll see you later. So I'm feeling like this space over by this cabinet is a little bit empty, so I'm going to create some more houseplants to fill this gap. Grabbing a little brown flower stud for the soil and adding on a green flower. And I'm just going to poke these very carefully into this white bowl here. And that hopefully gives us enough height to add on some leaf detailing. So I'm just going to stack up 3 bits of leaf detailing and top it off with a yellow flower. And there we have it. We have a very, very simple houseplant. And that is going to sit on a white jumper plate. Pop it into place. That looks far less empty now and looks much, much nicer with a bit of leafy detailing in there. Next to the sofa, I want to create a super simple side table because I want to create a vase. And it's going to have exactly the same yellow flower detailing as on the cabinet in the left-hand corner. So one of my viewers very kindly suggested that I should include a reading area in Emma's lounge, and I absolutely loved that idea, so I had to include it into this build, so thank you very much for that suggestion. So I'm going to start by building up a bookcase. And in order to do that, I need to build up the wall on the other side, otherwise there's going to be a massive great big gaping hole into Emma's bedroom and she's not going to like that. I'm going to build up the edges of this bookcase with these little white wall panels, and I'm going to top that off with a 2x4 white brick. In goes a white jumper plate. And on that stud, I want to put in another house plant. So I built it up in exactly the same way as the last plant that you saw with this white bowl, adding in brown and green flower studs and then topping it off with this leaf detailing and finishing it off this time with a green flower. Let's build up the rest of this bookcase with these small white wall panels and top it off again with a 2x4. On the front of the bookcase, I really want to create some reading lights. So I've got this little stud brick and I'm just going to pop on some transparent yellow studs onto either end. And I'm going to pop one either side of the bookcase. Let's top it off with a pink tile to be consistent with the rest of the wall line. And I'm going to tie the bookcase into the rest of the wall with this long pink tile. So I've realised I need another purple wall pillar and I'm going to grab it from this archway. It kind of doesn't look right there anyway, so I'm going to swap it over for a white one. There we go, that looks much, much nicer. Put that plant back in its pot again. And now that spare purple wall pillar is going to form part of Emma's bedroom wall. Now you can see there's still a bit of a gap going through into that bookcase, so I need to build up that wall line just a little bit more. And topping it off with those white and pink bricks just to make everything consistent. So we need some books in our bookcase now, don't we? And I found this baby book. It's so cute. Yes, the sticker's on the wrong way. It's secondhand Lego, but I thought this was adorable. And we have our spooky stories book. A bedtime storybook, and ooh, a secret book with a padlock on. Maybe that could be June or Robert's journal. But I didn't want to stop there. No, I'm going to extend out this book area much more, and I'm going to create something for Henry. You know those kind of sort of book chests where you stack all your books in? I'm going to create one for Henry so he can have all of his favourite books downstairs in the lounge. Build up the edges of the book chest, and then you are literally using these angled bricks to hold the books in place. So I asked my daughter if she could pick out some of her favourite storybooks, and these are the ones that she picked out for me, and I literally photographed the covers, I scaled them down and I printed them off onto sticky vinyl, and onto light coloured tiles they went, and I think they make really effective storybooks. So my daughter may well have pointed out to me after I made these that LEV Toys actually created these for one of her nursery builds. So no, I did not copy LEV Toys, but it's obviously a brilliant idea if LEV Toys has done it. And hey, great minds think alike, yeah? I would like to put this book chest over here by this house plant, so the swivelly chair needs to move, and I think it looks a little bit nicer if it's over by the bookcase, so the adults can sit down in a swivelly chair and they can read their books. Right, I'm going to have to just move some of these houseplant leaves out of the way so I can get this book chest in. There we go, squash it down onto that base plate. Ah, my plant's gone all wonky. Stick that in place again. So I found this matching stripy curved tile. I thought it was perfect as a big floor cushion, and I've made 2 other circular floor cushions in exactly the same way as the cushions I made for the sofa. And Henry needs his lovely cuddly bunny to snuggle up with whilst he reads a book. Let's bring him in to test it out. Do you think he fancies reading Dinosaur Department Store? Nope, not today. Maybe if Robert comes in to read Henry a story, he might be a bit more interested. Let's try him out on Star Wall. Yeah, I think he likes that one. There we go, one finished lounge with a reading area as suggested by one of my viewers. I think that looks really cute. Let's go back to our kitchen diner for one last look. In comes June and Sophie. And in comes Emma, and they're going to have a lovely mother-daughter chat over the new dining room table. So we have 2 more finished rooms for Emma's extended house. What do you think? Let's bring in all of the other house elements so you can see what it looks like in situ. In comes Emma's bedroom, and very carefully on goes Henry's bedroom and Sophie's baby nursery. On goes the bathroom again, and June and Robert's soon-to-be bedroom. And finally popping on those attic spaces and the roof terrace. So part 4 next. Wow! We're going to create a new entrance hallway for the family with a little surprise in there. They are also going to get a slightly extended revamped bathroom. And of course, June and Robert need to have a parent's bedroom, and that's going to be heavily extended out. And then we're on to part 5. Part 5. We're going to create a very special attic space. And then, of course, there's that all-important last bedroom. I'm so mean, aren't I? I've left Emma's bedroom until last. I'm so sorry. I am really mean, aren't I? So yes, there are going to be 2 more videos coming out. Yikes! So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you're first to hear when the new videos come online. Thank you so much again for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and comment and keep those suggestions rolling in. Until then, I shall see you later.